All right, let's get going. Let's get this show on the road. Good evening. Good evening. What's happening? Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. This is aiLL, the AI Learning Lab. Wait, I thought this was about machine learning and computers. Is this about dogs? Is this about overly friendly dogs? Down, 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 down. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I had to reinstall my TickTock. Hey, Tobias, what's happening? I had to reinstall my TickTock today because I had some weird shadow ban shit going on where this one video I posted they would not give it any views, 0 views, and then all of a sudden it got a few. But I'm still not getting many. TikTok's weird, man. They're weird. Hello, irregulars. Hello, Silver Fox. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Argue lies. Ted looks at life. What's up with that? Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Well, there was something about, hey, Tyrant Truth, there was something about the way they fucked up the TikTok store. I had some orders in there that because I couldn't fulfill them, they canceled one before I could cancel it. And so I'm thinking maybe they just, it was like a little, you have been disciplined. So I don't know. I have stopped trying to figure out TikTok's ways and algorithms from the hot tub. Careful balancing. Yeah, exactly. Back therapy. Maybe you hurt your back because you keep dropping stuff, dude. You got to get like Velcro gloves. You should get like wide receiver gloves. You were busy on TikTok today. 3 new posts. Well, one was one I just kept trying to repost. The other one was the video that I did about the scammer. The one where I told the scammer to go fuck himself. They took that down for bullying because I was bullying the scammer. So I made a new scammer one. And then when I reinstalled TikTok, it said, make a video with photos. And I thought, why don't I'll take all these Ideogram pictures that I did and I'll turn that into a photo thing and see how it is. And it's cute. So I wasn't intending to be prolific on TikTok today, but shit happens. All right. Welcome, everyone. It's the AI Learning Lab. We'll wait for some more people to get in here. Feel free to share this live if you want people to think you're weird. Because you're like, why are you doing that AI stuff? Isn't that stupid? Why are you doing that? You shouldn't. What? Isn't the AI evil? Isn't that why all the actors are striking? Because AI is going to eat their children or something? That's what I heard. I heard that on the internet. I heard on the internet that the internet's going to destroy the internet. So why are you talking? Why are you sharing? And isn't this guy kind of old to be talking about my artificial? He doesn't seem very intelligent to be talking about artificial intelligence. So if you're willing to subject yourself to that kind of scrutiny from your crackerjack friends, share this live. Because
you can make money with ChatGPT.
Exactly. It's a pyramid scheme. You see, the more you share it, the higher you level up. And the higher you level up, the more you're going to make. It's all about the up line and the down line. You see what I'm saying? No. Okay, that's not what this channel's about. That's what my scammers channel's about, apparently. But this is the AI Learning Lab. Welcome, everybody. My name's Kyle Shannon. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a card-carrying member of the ADHD Neurospicy Club, which one of the nicknames for this channel is ChatADD, which I think is cuter than shit. And then one of the irregulars, by the way, the regular people who come here all the time, they called themselves the irregulars, which is just the best. And then one of them gave me the idea. They're like, Kyle, you got to make a sign with a yellow lab on it. Hello. You'll thank me later. She was right. It's perfect. That's aiLL, the AI Learning Lab. Okay, so here's what we're going to... Welcome to ChatADD. Hey, Dragonfly Alchemy. It was nice to meet you at the salon the other night. I enjoyed what you had to say. Okay, So, if you're new here, if you're new to ChatGPT and AI and machine learning and all that, let's get you up to speed. I'll give you. Here's a nice thing about ChatADD or the AI Learning Lab is when you get here, I give you homework. All right, so let's get your homework out of the way. And I got some new stuff on this list today. We got some news. There's some news. Some news has gone down. News has happened. News. Okay, so if you're brand new to ChatGPT, go there right now. That's the official ChatGPT website. If you've never been there, it doesn't bite. It's literally like a Google search box. And I'll even tell you what to type in it. Type, write me a country song about blank. And then, what's up, talk? I'm still irregular. Not a mod. Do you want to be a mod? What's up, talk? I don't know if I can do it from here. Hang on. I should be able to. I must not have friended you. So DM me, what's up, talk? And then when I follow you back or whatever, or maybe, I don't know, I think you just need to DM me. I just need to be able to find you. Oh, maybe I spelled the name wrong. Hang on, let me try one more time. Hold, please. What? Nope, not there. All right, yeah, I think I gotta be following you. So just DM me, and then I'll get back to you. Anyway, for those of you other folks here, go to ChatGPT. Type in, write me a country song about blank. Can be anything. Or write me a marketing plan. Or write me a blog post about blank. And just watch what it does. And then these other two things here are also things you can play with. And they're both free, by the way. ChatGPT is free, but you can pay $20 to get the advanced version, which I personally think is worth it. It's one of the few of these AI things I think is worth paying for. Claude now has a paid version, but the free version's just fine. And you can put in really long prompts in Claude. That's a competitor to ChatGPT. Bard is also a competitor to ChatGPT. They're all just fighting like cats and dogs out there. They're like, I want you to use my large language model. No, I want you to use my large language model. Well, mine's connected to the internet. Well, mine can do 100,000 tokens. Well, mine's just better than all your alls. That's how they talk. They all met with Senator Schumer today, and I heard a recording of it. Every CEO in that room, that's how they sounded. Well, you're just a dum-dum head. It was amazing. I had a different idea of CEOs in my head. Apparently, that was quite a productive meeting. Schumer called it historic. Elon Musk said he thought it was potentially historic. So who knows? Okay, this is what I call the kids' table. So these three are kind of the top three that I use every day, and kind of bounce between them if one of them's not giving me the answers I want. And then I also use Bing a fair amount. That's Microsoft's version of GPT-4. If you want to play with Meta's Llama 2 models, Perplexity.ai has given those up for free, and Perplexity itself is kind of an interesting tool. Pi.ai is Chatty GPT. You can put it into talk mode and talk to it. That's what it's designed for. It's really good at that. And then Poe lets you play with lots of different models, and you can make your own bot there really, really easily. So that's fun. Now, here's some of the new stuff. There's just too much text on this. I would go ahead and screenshot this if I were you, if you're interested in this stuff. So this is all the image stuff. So Midjourney and Ideogram, the two at the top right here, are the sort of big guys on the block right now. Midjourney's the best image quality. Ideogram can do words on images, or just words in images, like all these. All of these were done in Ideogram, including a janky piece of shit. And I'm not weird. I'm irregular. Okay, so that's those. Leonardo is a web front end to Stable Diffusion. HeyGen, the reason I have this here, if you go to labs.heygen.com, you can upload a video in English, or I suppose whatever language, and then it will output whatever language you choose. And here's an example of it. So we've heard from a number of clients that modular content is important to them, getting more efficient with how we create content and how we leverage content. Clienti dicono che il contenuto modulare è importante, rendendo più efficiente la creazione dei contenuti. And you're thinking like, but Kyle, are they actually syncing your lips to the Italian? Yes. And then they even like change my inflection to sound more Italian, like a story vine. Like that is not how I say story vine. I say story vine, and they say a story vine. It's amazing. It's just astounding. So that's Hey Jen. And then the big news of the day, I think, is actually pretty big news. Adobe today did a general release on Adobe Firefly, Photoshop Generative Fill, Illustrator's Generative Recolor, Adobe Express, all that sort of stuff. So all of the toys that you could play with Adobe that were in beta where you weren't allowed to use them commercially, that's gone. So firefly.adobe.com is Firefly. Adobe Express is kind of like Canva, and it's got AI tools in it. And then you've got the generative AI tools within Photoshop and Illustrator. And then they also listed like Premiere and some other After Effects and stuff like that. They've been rolling AI tools into these tools for a while, but they just put them all in a big list. I think they put them all in the big list because they're going to up the monthly subscription between $2 and $5. But with a Creative Cloud subscription and with a Photoshop subscription, you're going to get some amount of generative AI credits per month as part of the subscription. And then you're going to be able to buy 100 additional credits for $5. Now, credits is one of those weird fucking things. Is it 5 credits for an image, or is it 5 images for a credit, or is it 1 for 1, or is it 2 credits if it's a big image, or like I have no idea what credits fucking mean at this point. But here's the deal. If you work in corporate America in any way, or really in any kind of professional business other than just like, I make shit and put it on the internet. If you work for a company that's concerned about, say, copyright infringement and you're not quite sure because Midjourney and I don't even know what Ideogram was trained on, but Stable Diffusion and Midjourney were definitely trained on copywritten images. So the IP story there is really murky. So if you're in corporate America, especially in a larger organization, those are essentially off limits. Adobe trained their models on open source and Adobe stock images that they owned all the rights to. So there's nothing in that training set that violates anything. The other thing Adobe's doing, which I think is fucking brilliant, is they're going to be coming up with ways for artists to opt out of having their images trained in the model, opt into having their images trained, attribution and compensation models. They're not out yet, but that's on their roadmap. So that's a really big deal. So if you haven't played with that stuff, go play with that. I'm happy to demo it here tonight. And then Prompt Book will teach you how to talk to these image models, and Futurepedia.io is a big old directory of tools. Okay, I just made a video about this today, but public service announcement. The AI Learning Lab is popular enough that someone has copied us. What is it? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Or fraud. Yeah, imitation is the sincerest form of fraud. So some asshole stole all of my videos, stole my logo, the name, and just added an extra L at the beginning of learning. So go check if you're following this channel. If it has 2 L's in it, you're not following this channel. You're following the scammer. So please, unfollow them, block them, and if you would be so kind, report them for copyright violations, because apparently TickTock takes that more seriously. Okay, so here's how ye old AI Learning Lab works. I've got some mods in here. What's up, Talk? I did not get you in there yet, but I will next time if you DM me. They're going to help organize things, and if you put in something interesting, they'll pin it to the top of the things. My goal here is to answer as many... Oh, wait. Alibaba, Ted Looks at Life, rolled out their AI LLM. China in the game. No shit. Wow. Hang on. Let's see what Ted's got going on here. Is Ted punking us? Alibaba, Baba, AI launch. Alibaba official website. Air launch, AI launch. Let's see. Launches its ChatGPT-like AI model for public use amid loosening restrictions in China. Interesting. Learn more at Alibaba Cloud. Alizila. Is there a place we can go play with it? It's based on their Quen 7 billion model. Maybe you can only play with it in China. No, this is in Chinese. Can we translate this? Isn't that amazing? It used to be if you landed on a Chinese website, you'd be like, oh, I can't read this. And now you're just like, maybe we can translate it. International English. Boom. The Alibaba Cloud Summit. I don't know. It might be out there. I could find it, but I can't. All right, we got a poll going. When do you think Claude 2 country limitation will be lifted? I don't know. You know, it's funny, those country limitations. I don't know why, you know, what's the rhyme or reason, like, why some things are in, some things are out. I assume it's got to do with how well funded companies like Anthropic are, and sort of how much money they're spending on lawyers' time to cut deals with different countries, right? So because they're in the US, what do they, isn't Claude in US and Canada right now? That's it? Or maybe they're not in Canada? I don't know, wherever the fuck they are. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on when those guys are going to do that stuff. So, okay. So the way we do this here is I try to figure out which tab to open up in my little window over here, because we got to have the cute little doggy. That's Allie. She's the AI Learning Lab. We like her. She's very cute. We're going to make T-shirts out of that. Pop your questions in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And then yeah, the mods will help me try to keep up with it. And we have a lot of folks in here tonight. Welcome, everybody. Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Tried Pi.ai. Very impressive, isn't it? Pi's a weird one, because if you try to use it just as like a ChatGPT like thing, it's really frustrating. But using it as a conversational tool, it's amazing. And it's so funny. Like, I wouldn't think that. I guess it makes sense that. Oh, thank you for the hat. I didn't notice it. That what you write in text is it's a completely different form of communication than talking, right? So, and that's often true. If you read transcriptions of people's conversations, nobody fucking finishes sentences. I'm sure I'm the worst, right? This is Chat ADD. I think I start 9 sentences for every one I finish. All right. So, pop your comments below. Someone said that was amazing. I assume that was about the Italian translation thing. Yeah, it's fucking insane. I'm giving a talk tomorrow at the University of Colorado's. Life's tough. It's tougher when you're stupid. Digital Gods reached level 15. Hello, Digital Gods. Boom. Level 15. You've probably heard, if you've been on TickTock for even a month, you've probably heard that the AI Learning Lab is not a competition. That's not true. It is absolutely a fucking competition. We have winners, we have losers. Not everyone gets a certificate in here, buddy. Nope. Have you leveled up? No? Well, it's a shame. That's sad. Sad for you. Coffee, by the way. All right, good. Lovely. I get points AI art is fun. AI art is fun. Alibaba rolled out their aiLLM. We saw that. Screenshot the tools list, y'all. It's irregularly curated. It's true. It's true. It changed tonight. This list right here, which you can't read because it's all like mouse type right now, but it's like Midjourney Ideogram, Leonardo HeyGen, HeyGen's new, and then Adobe Firefly and Photoshop Generative Fill. I put that back on because it's now commercially viable. So that's a major deal. It's a major deal. Major deal. Major deal. Yeah. And the 40 Thieves. It's just like ChatGPT, only cheaper feeling and smaller. The Alibaba thing, it's a copy. Yeah, of course. Well, like China not known for their innovation in intellectual property. They're known for innovating in how to duplicate intellectual property. They're quite innovative at that. It's like amazing. Oh man. My buddy Steve's he's the CEO of Zero Shoes, and they just knocked his shit off the minute it hit the factory. It was knocked off. When I log into Facebook now, I see Chinese minimalist running shoe companies that are using the exact same marketing taglines as Zero Shoes. Like all the same benefits, the same shoe design. It's amazing. They just steal it. It's Canada. In Canada, it's Jean-Claude. Oh, that's funny. That's really good. Am I late? Oh, Emilio's wife. You're cute. Never late. No, I just got started a few minutes ago. What time is it? It is 9:15. I think I started at 9. I gave a storytelling class. Oh, that's really cool, Digital Gods. Thank you for that. That was cool. That was. I don't have whiskey tonight, or I'd have held up a glass for you. Although I do have a golden button.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Maybe that's what the button should be for. Is anytime someone gives me a cool little something. See, we're starting to figure this out. Starting to figure this shit out. I'm not an NPC, but I am influenceable. Influenceable? Some people are influencers. Other people are influenceable. That, yes. What's up, Talk? DM'd me. Okay, cool. I will follow you, and then I will add you to the moderator list. I appreciate the support. Some comments were filtered to protect the community's experience. Are you nasties being nasty to each other? Don't be nasty to each other. If you're in here just to troll, you better not be a dum-dum troll. Like, the only trolls we respect in here are ones that are clever and are on their surface like a compliment, but the more you read them, the more you realize, ouch, that kind of stings. So if you're not delivering, level 9 or higher trolls, we're not interested in here. And the other thing, someone did a poll last night. This is a 90% Gen X channel, and we're fucking bitter, and we'll take you down. We just don't give a fuck. All right? Oh, the other thing I do is I swear in here. So if you don't like that, I wouldn't stay. But we did. We had a lovely young feller. I think it was a young feller. You just never know these days because of the internet and all. But 27-year-old, engaged with us, like just nice dialogue, ask good questions, things like that. So you don't have to be old to be in here, but this is the elderly helping the elderly apparently kind of channel, and the boring trolls say that and make comments about my nose hair, which I think I've trimmed now. Although the eyebrows, I got a haircut and I told the woman to fix my eyebrows and she failed miserably. So whatever. What are you going to do? All right. Isn't there an option setting for the creator to enable screenshots? I can't go live, so I don't know. Oh, for the creator to enable screenshots. Hold, please. Maybe. Settings. Comment settings. Oh, what power do I have here? Mute duration for the entire live. Oh, that's good. If you're an asshole in here and the moderators mute you, you're done for the whole live session. And my sessions go on for like 2.5 hours, so don't fuck around. I could block keywords, but I don't want to block keywords because TikTok does enough of that as it is. Mute microphone, pause live, comment settings, hear your voice. No, I don't want to hear my voice. Blocked accounts, muted accounts, right? I don't see anywhere to turn on your ability to screenshot. Here's the trick with screenshotting. If you go out of the live just to your feed, so you're still watching the live, but you're not inside the live with all the comments, I think you can screenshot out there. So if people want to do screenshots that couldn't do it, you can do that, or you can log into the TickTock on the web and screenshot it there. The other 10% are boomers. Okay, boomer. That's right, Ted. You're a boomer. Boomers are cool. Boomers traumatized us. Let's see. Rudy Saigon, 27. I set my alarm for this 5 a.m. here in South Africa. Awesome, dude. Welcome. Listen. Here's the deal. Here's my philosophy in life. I don't give a fuck how old or how young you are, as long as you're not a douche. Like, I got a simple rule. Don't be a douche. It's simple. Like the scammer, the one that took enough time to copy the name of this channel, copy all my content over, sit in these lives, reach out to my followers and ask them for whatever the fuck they ask them for, and try to sell them shit. That scammer could just not be a douche and just start his own TikTok channel. Like the amount of time, effort, and energy he's putting into scamming, he could be just have the AI scamming lab, and he could teach people how to scam. Like, anyway, but so welcome and glad to have you. I got just be cool, and we're cool. Who's the joke? Was it Nate Bargatze? Yeah, I think it's Nate Bargatze. He's like, I'm 45. He goes, I'm still at that age where I hang out with like a 27-year-old, and I'm like, yeah, we're cool. Like some older guy walks up, and I'm like, oh man, he's old. He's like 49, and he's like still at that age where he hasn't quite accepted his oldness yet, and how unhip he is. But so I relate to that joke. I think it was Nate Bargatze that did that one. Elder irregulars rule the turtle farm on AI. It depends on the device. Yeah, exactly. The ones that can't screenshot are Samsung S21, 2, and 3, I think. And I like, what the fuck is that weirdness? Like, why? I guess it's similar to the thing like Printful and TickTock have an application that lets you sell shit in TickTock from Printful, but then TickTock refuses to send the address of the buyer to Printful, so they can't fulfill it. How did I learn that? Ask me how many hours I spent setting up that fucking store and trying to deal with the fact that they're not cooperating with one another. It's a tiki-taki. Hey, Jade? Huh? All right. Let's see. Do. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you have thoughts, if you want to see me demo something, I can demo stuff. Well, I can demo some stuff. Some stuff I can't. Because, I'm not qualified. I didn't get my certificate in generative AI yet. Whoops! How am I teaching a class, huh? I don't even have a certificate, much less a degree. I'm a drunk. All right. What's your stance on Llama 2? That's an interesting question. What's my stance on it? Here's the good. Meta open sourcing. Winston on it. Okay, Winston.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
You earned that. You're always on it, so. All right. Meta open sourcing Llama 2, the thing that I really like about it is that it essentially ensures that, like, the group that met with Chuck Schumer today, that, you know, the closed door meeting where no press was allowed, where they just talked about the future of AI without us and talked about, you know, whatever regulations they're going to put in place to protect the big companies. It essentially ensures that handful of companies that are going to build these really big foundational models can't have a full lock on the future of AI. So I think that's really healthy. I think from the open source community, from the developer community, as someone right now, I've got a big pharma company asking me to develop some new AI technology that's going to have to leverage this stuff. I think I'm probably going to end up using Llama 2 because I just have this sneaking suspicion GPT for Enterprise isn't going to be available to me in the time that I need to start this project. So I think from a commercial standpoint and being able to do unrestricted development and keep data private and secure, I think it's brilliant. Oh, this is an interesting one. What's your company's org stance on generative AI? They're being judicious. We're all jumping in, bumbling around crickets. You should add a fifth one to this, which is we've banned it. Right? It's worse than crickets is this, right? Howdy, partner. You know,
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I think this is good. I like it. Okay. Okay, now. What is beta? I saw an advertisement for it today. I wanted to ask before joining. I'll look that up in a second, Nancy. Here's the thing about the Llama 2 model that is a little fucked up. If you look for, if you go Google or Bing search is always an option. That's my default now, which I can't believe. If you go look for Worm GPT, it's $100 a month, autonomous agent designed for hackers to do evil shit with AI. So having an open source model like that makes it really, really easy for black hat asshats to make a tool for hackers. Hackers going to hack, right? It just got infinitely easier for hackers going to hack, right? I don't know if... Oh, good. Someone... Let's see. Bumbling around. Crickets. So right now, Las Vegas is in a 3-day... They're on their third day of the major casinos being ransomware attacked. So... Like the MGM company, poll ended. They're being judicious 50%. We're jumping all in 50%. Poll ended. I don't know how to do these polls, so whatever. Mods, if I'm doing the polls wrong, like when a poll pops up, it's got a start button. I assume I'm supposed to hit the start button if I want the poll to go to the chat, right? Let me know if that's wrong. What was I talking about? Meta. Oh, yeah. So Vegas is in the middle of a cyber attack right now where all the MGM casinos are non-functional. Like rooms with like computer controlled doors and window shades and shit like that. None of that's working. None of the check-ins working. None of the games are working on the floor. Like the amount of money these casinos must be losing. They're in their third day of this shit. That kind of stuff is going to start happening more and more and more. Because up to this point, you had to have some smart hackers sitting in a room figuring out vulnerabilities and how to get in, and they would social engineer and they would do what they need to do. Well, now you're just going to be able to take an autonomous agent like Worm GPT and just say, go find me all the computers that have vulnerabilities where it's connected to a company that has revenues north of $100 million. Go! Here's your list. Click here to hack. So that's that. Now, like I think in the end, it's a good thing. The Llama 2 models are not, they're not even as powerful as GPT-4. They're GPT 3.5-ish. My strong suspicion is that the really powerful models that Meta has developed, and I guarantee you they've already developed them, they're sitting on, right? So by them releasing the Llama 2 models into the world, they get the developers to go, oh shit, we can go develop on that. Like, I'm probably going to develop on it, that's siphoning my energy and money away from OpenAI and using a Meta model, right? And then at some point, Meta's going to go, oh, you want to see something really cool? It's the all-singing, all-dancing, multimodal, 83 trillion parameter Llama 16 model that we've been keeping behind the curtains. Do you want to play with that? That would be more. That will charge you for, right? That's my suspicion. So, I think it was something that they felt they had to do competitively to stay relevant in the conversation, because quite frankly, they screwed the pooch on the metaverse thing. They changed the name of their company for a thing that no one gave a shit about. And then this ChatGPT showed up and everyone fucking panicked, including them. Right? So I think that's why they did it. Fascinating business shit. Nancy had asked, what did you ask, Nancy? Is it a major deal, Kyle? That's cute. Emilio's wife. You're naughty. You were asking about beta AI. I haven't heard anything. Or were you asking about what I was talking about, where Adobe Firefly has come out of beta? Beta AI. No, I don't. Adobe Firefly takes Firefly out of beta. Yeah, I don't see any news on something called beta. I don't know what you were asking about, Nancy, but if you clarify that, I'll answer. Isn't there an option setting for the creator? No, there's not. Synthetic honey is a problem. That's good. Digital Gods, my fave. Good word. I don't know what the word was, but awesome. The other 10% are boomers. Who are you calling old? Listen, Hair Growth Geek. We're not old. We're not old. We are age appropriate. I think I'm slightly younger than age appropriate. Laughing out loud 52 here. Oh wait, this just jumped me way back. I'm way back. I just got to what's his name? Rudy Seago. I just got to his comment. I started with that ages ago. Oh, here we go. What's your stance on Llama 2? Fucking TikTok just randomly bouncing me around the comments, driving me crazy. All right, TikTok has released new protection over the content. Screenshots are now blocked. Oh my God. Really? Technologies make your life easy. That was pretty funny. Haha, I love it. Age appropriated. I will steal that. Turning 4, age appropriate. Yeah. Feel free to steal that. Oh, what did I hear? This is a new. I think I made a. I was trying to make an IDEO picture of this, and I couldn't get IDEO to do exactly what I wanted it to do. It frustrated me. But I heard this great phrase. Someone responded to a comment I made on LinkedIn. And they gave me this new phrase that I fucking love. And so one of the things that I actually think is really important that I talk about a lot on the channel here is if you're trying to figure out AI, if you're trying to like, what do I do? How do I start? I'm so far behind. I'm not technical. All that sort of shit. What I say here nightly, regularly, multiple times a night, go there, go to chat.openai and start playing with ChatGPT while you listen to me ramble and be an idiot. Just go there and start playing. Multitask. Go do that right now. Start dicking around. And you know, I've said, thank you, Steve-O. I appreciate that. You know, dick around with AI. It will serve you. That got a laugh one night. And so I made some sort of comment about how important it is to experiment. Oh, Ethan Mullock put out something. He put out just a LinkedIn post where he had ChatGPT do something humorous. You know, kind of like in here when I show my examples and I'll write a screenplay about turtles or whatever it is. And Ethan Mullock did this thing where he had ChatGPT do something humorous. And I made a comment on it saying, you know, that's actually really important. And so this dude responded to my comment with their robotics. One of the first things that they do when they get a robot standing up is they shove it, right? They shove the robot because they want to test its balance and they want to see if they can fuck it up, right? Shove the robot. And I think it's the best. It's a great phrase, right? It's just, have you shoved the robot today? Shove the robot. So shove the robots with this AI stuff. Like, do stupid stuff. Ask it to do stuff that you think is way more complicated than it can. Try to break it. Try to jailbreak it. Like there's a whole subreddit community that created this thing called Dan, Do Anything Now, where they're trying to jailbreak ChatGPT. And they successfully would jailbreak it. And then OpenAI would patch it. And then they would shove the robot again and break it again. And OpenAI would patch it. And that kind of thing, like, it's invaluable. It's an invaluable learning tool because it's fun. Like, there's just something about shoving the robot that's fucking funny, right? It's like again, I couldn't quite get these images right. Like the robots were too squat, like they're too stable if they're that short. And like there she looks like she's in a curling competition. They're the robots knocked over, but she clearly, you know, is still pushing something, the air. So didn't quite get the images right, but that phrase, that spirit of shove the robot just feels very, very right to me. So anyway, I love this for those casinos. I know, Cam, exactly. By the way, that's one of my favorite names in the AI lab is Cam Catkin. Cam Catkin with traffic on the 8s with Cam Catkin. Hey, Cam Catkin here, traffic on the 8s. I-25's bound up with a couple of rubberneckers. It's the best name. Yeah, see, Palooka? It was Cam Catkin. He was the one. Yeah, it was Cam Catkin. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, it was Cam. Cam who? Cam Catkin. Oh, Cam Catkin. I've heard of him. Yeah, he's a real Palooka. And Cam, if you're not enjoying your name, just let me know. I won't do it, but it's just an awesome name. Okay, so what's the secret to Ideogram? I can't get good images. Okay, here's the deal with Ideogram. Okay, big lesson here. If you're new to the channel, okay. Couldn't start the poll when a comment's pinned. What comment is pinned? Oh, Kyle, you were great. Okay, great. Thank you, Cam. Yeah, see? Cam Catkin says I'm good, so I must be good, see? Yeah, you palooka. All right. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, the poll. I was going to show... Wait. God damn it. Fucking ADD. But I love coming home from a 12-hour day, eating a pot pie and hanging out with you guys. Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm a librarian. Oh, I know. You've been in here a bunch. I would consider you an irregular at this point. You are absolutely irregular. I was going to show something, wasn't I? Show me Ideogram. Ideogram. That's right. Okay. Oh, before we go to Ideogram, here's the big lesson. And this is for everything I'm going to talk about in here. I'm a vintage visionary. I love that. Sky Limbo. That's really good. That just caught my eye. A vintage visionary. I resemble that remark. I'm right in there with you. So as remarkable as all of these tools are, as remarkable as they are, and they're fucking mind-blowing and profound, they are all janky pieces of shit. All of them. So Ideogram's no different right now. What makes Ideogram special is that you can get it to do things like that image or all these other images. I would say for every one of these images that I've curated, there are probably 20 images or more that weren't even close. So it's got about a 15% hit rate that it gets close to your word, and then it's got about a 10% hit rate after that for you to get it dialed in. But here's the trick with Ideogram. The other thing about Ideogram is this. It's the image quality itself is kind of like Stable Diffusion 1.4 or like Midjourney 3 or 2. Midjourney's up to 5.3 or 5.4. Stable Diffusion's up to SDXL. The core image engine in Ideogram isn't great, but because it can do text, it's worth the pain in the ass. So generally, here's what I'll do: is I'll just scroll through Ideogram until I see something that's kind of a style that I like. Like, that's actually a pretty cool style, but it's got no words on it. So that might be one to kind of hack and see if you can get it to generate words. Some of the people in here have gotten really good at doing these kind of, pure typography. Like this piano store, that's actually kind of a neat logo and neat typography. Like that's actually, see, their piano's completely wrong, but here it's fine. And what I would do is, I like with something like this, you could dick around with this long enough to find a logo you like, and then just go pop this text into a font analyzer and have it find the closest font that matches that if you really like that font, and just go into Illustrator and recreate all this, right? So that's how I'd use some of this stuff. But what I'll do is I'll go like, this is really cool. Like, this feels decently predictable to me and kind of cute. And so I'll just grab that prompt. You can remix this thing. So I could come in and just remix it, and then it's going to use this as the base image, and you can change the prompt, but you'll get some variation of this. It tends to remix sort of fairly far afield from the original source image. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go just paste that in as a prompt. Oh, wait. I didn't copy it. What the hell? What the hell, Bob? Are they not letting us copy prompts anymore? That better not be the case, Bob. I'll tell you what, Bob. All right, there we go. Create a logo with the text, AI Learning Lab. We're going to change that. So I'll just sort of hack it. Language. This is, by the way, this is how I learned HTML in 1994 when I started agency.com, one of the early digital agencies. Nobody knew anything. There weren't manuals. There was documentation, but I've got ADD. I don't read that shit. I don't read manuals. So what we would do is you just go find a website you liked, and you just view the source and look at the code and see how they did it. And you're like, oh, that's cool. And you'd learn a little something. And so that's how I'm dealing with Ideogram right now. In graffiti typography, a curious and cute boy with curly hair wearing big glasses. Okay. In the center. Okay. So I'm going to go a curious and cute golden lab retriever in the center with a circle typography. So I'm going to do 3D render typography, graffiti, vibrant, anime. Where's anime? anime, and then I'll get rid of these ones that are typed in. I don't know if that's the way to do this, but again, like, just experiment, right? So now we're going to generate this, and hopefully this will generate us a cute little AI learning lab with a lab in a cute sign. And now we wait, and now we wait. Language. Oh, that's funny. I didn't type AI learning lab. I typed in AI language. So if you put in shitty, what is it? Garbage in, garbage out, kids. All right. AI learning lab. Oh, ADD, you're so cute. All right. Generate. And then we'll find something in here where it gets the name kind of wrong, and then I'll show you how I've gotten it to a place where I can get something usable. That one's actually really cool. Says that one. That's very cool. So that one's cute. All right, AI Learning Lab. So I'm actually going to keep this one because it's cool. But actually, you know what we'll do? Oh, it actually spelled it wrong. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. Like that's one I would probably keep, even though it's actually misspelled. It's Lerinning. Oh, it's missing an N. Layering Lab. So here we've got AI Layering Lab. But it's really cool. So generally what I do is I'll get one that's close and I just start remixing it. So I'll just generate it again, and then I'll just keep hitting it and hitting it. And then if I get one in this batch that's closer but it's still not quite right, but it's better, then I'll remix that one, then I'll remix that one. So that's how I've been doing it. So it did AI Learning Lab again here. This looks like it got Learning Lab correct, but the dog's ugly. Oh, it's not bad, but it looks more like a hound than a lab. All right, so I'm just gonna leave the same remix, the same original art. I'm just gonna do it again. And so this is generally what I'll do. I'll do this 5 or 6 times, and then if it just can't get it, then I'll rewrite the prompt and start over. And I'll be like, oh, fuck it, and then I'll try to change those keywords, and I'll take out typography, or I'll put in typography. AI Learning Lab. That looks like a Bernese Mountain Dog. That looks really sad. That looks like a dog that just lost someone. Here's AI Learning Lab again. Yeah, it's just, did I spell it wrong? No, I spelled it right. I'm gonna just try it one more time. One more time, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You've won a new logo. Your name isn't spelled right. Good luck. AI is a janky piece of shit. Oh, that was the point I was making about these things being a janky piece of shit is this tool, Ideogram, is like 3 weeks old. It's 3 weeks old. So that it can do stuff as good as it is fucking mind-blowing, right? If you've ever tried to do anything with any kind of sophisticated typography like this, it's just, it takes for fucking ever, right? Even if you're good. So yeah, it's crappy right now, but it's 3 weeks old. So basically the way I think about this stuff is if you go back and look at Stable Diffusion and Midjourney from 18 months ago, the images that they were creating were horrifically, comically bad. It was just not even close. It looked enough like what your prompt was that you could say, yeah, it's kind of a penguin, but it wasn't close. And now Midjourney is doing, full-on, world-class, beautiful shit, everything except typography. So this thing is going to get dramatically better. And this is no slouch of a company. It's some ex-Google guys. They're funded, I think, $62 million or something like that by Andreessen Horowitz is their lead investor. So this is gonna be fine. This is gonna turn into something. AI Learning Lab. That's close. That got it. That got it mostly right. It's still doing Leering Lab for whatever. So this look and feel it just doesn't like. Let me try one thing here. Copy. So I'm going to get rid of our remix. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to change the aspect ratio and make this a vertical poster. And I'm going to add in the tag poster, and I'm going to pull out 3D render. And let's see what that does. So a lot of this stuff right now is just, shove the robot. Just shove the robot. Copy and paste prompts. If you find someone that did something cooler than you, the prompts are all there. Go steal their prompt. We'll make more. Another trick that you can do. Here, I'll show you a cool trick. Oh, that one's cool. Create AI. That's bad, but down here it's like Learning Lab. That's really cute. AITA, A, Leering Lab. AI Learning Lab. Oh, the Lab. That's pretty cute. And then whatever the fuck that is, I don't know. But like this one's kind of fun. So's this one. This one would be a fun one to remix. So let's go remix this one. Remix it. Oh, now they're rate limiting us. So this I've noticed. So as their servers get overloaded, sometimes they'll give you a timeout. So we got a timeout right now. So anyway, that's how I'd mess around with this stuff. Here's another cool thing to do. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go over to ChatGPT. One of the things ChatGPT is good at is iterating a concept. So I'm going to use GPT-4 just because GPT-4 is really good with language. It's like the best. So I'm going to say, based on this image prompt, please create 10 variations where the elements that are constant are AI Learning Lab and the reference to the to the lab retriever. Be creative in how you reinvent the look and feel of this image. Bang! And so, I'm sorry I can't create or visualize images, however I can provide you with textual descriptions. AI Learning Lab written in 80s neon graphic colors. So it's given us bullets, but this is cool. So I'm going to say, okay, that's mostly good, but I don't want them in individual bullets. Just write it as a single image prompt where you combine the bullets into a single statement. Certainly. Create a logo that blends the elements of retro, street, and futuristic designs. Start with the text AI Learning Lab. Okay, now this is way too long. Okay. Stop generating. Now you've gotten too long and detailed, period. Please try to match the length and cadence of the original prompt and give me my 10 variations. Got it. Here's 10 variations. AI Learning Lab in neon graffiti colors. Lab Retriever neon glasses encased in a glowing green circle. AI Learning Lab in rugged graffiti that drips. AI Learning Lab. So these are good. And so now what I can do, let's just grab one of these. Let's see. Rugged graffiti with drips. That's pretty clear. Futuristic font with a golden lab and an astronaut helmet. Okay, this is good. All right. So let's hop over to Ideogram. And we'll say, screw this copying and pasting other people's damn shit. AI Learning Lab and futuristic graffiti font with golden lab and astronaut helmet surrounded by green starry circle against black space. We'll do... I don't want poster. I don't want that. I want typography, graffiti, vibrant. I don't want anime. I want 3D render, cinematic for sure. That's good. And we'll do landscape. We'll do a poster. We'll do vertical. All right. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Push the robot, right? Or shove the robot. Oh, look. It's already cool. It's already fucking cool. That's not a lab. Oh, it says with a golden lab. It doesn't know what a golden lab is, I don't think. Oh, it is a golden lab, actually. He's just got on sort of cyber goggles. That's cool. Look at that, dude. That's pretty groovy. Let's remix this one. So now look what we just did there. So I'm going to remix it. Maybe we can get it to say AI Learning Lab. Let me get rid of... Well, we'll leave 3D render. All right. I've got 79 seconds. All right. Well, whatever. We don't need to dick around with this. But that thing I just did, where once you get a prompt dialed in for something, ChatGPT is really good at taking that thing and iterating it. And so you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Do you know any great text-to-video AI software for creating celebrity parody videos? We can play with something there. I don't quite know what you want to do. If you want to do celebrity parody videos that are like SNL shorts where it's like film action, that's different than if you want a talking head video. So tell me if you want more of a talking head video, Nate, or something where we're going to do multiple cuts of, film. Because I would use Runway ML for one solution, and I would use like DID or HeyGen or something like that for the other. Not malicious intent. I don't care if... I would like for you not to have malicious intent, but like people are going to do what they're going to do, so I don't really care about that. I'll show you how to do... Okay, let's see. I think we can do this again now. Let's remix this. It would be nice if this one gave us AI Learning Lab. Oh, it's close. We got AI Learning. We just didn't get the lab. That one's going to be really cool. That one's great. It didn't quite give us lab, but that one's pretty sweet, man. All right, let's save this one. This one we're saving. Save images. Lab in space. Boom. And then we're going to go boom. And then we're going to go escape. And then we're going to go up here. And then we're going to go here. And then we're going to go lab in space. And then we're going to go here. And now we got bang. Hey. Look what we did, Ma. We made a cool doggy. All right, we'll just have doggy. That's the AI Learning Lab. All right, let's see. Yep, I was getting rate limited the other day, too. And that's the thing. So, wait, you made one of yourself with goggles similar to that lab a while ago. Yeah. In my Kyle Shannon Dreams thing. Yeah, I think I did. That was with Stable Diffusion, though. Do you know any great text-to-video? Oh, that's what we just talked about. What's the website called? The one I was just on is called Ideogram.ai. IDEO, not IDEA. Ideogram.ai. Champ's all excited. Ideation phase. Yes. Yes, Tired Runner. We get into ideation here. Ideation is the power of the soul. It feeds the soul. It's endorphins are flying. Woo! Woo! Shove the robot. Get excited. Shove the robot. Get excited. I think it's the best way to learn. I really do. Like, because here's the deal. I feel like one of the downsides of Silicon Valley is they made all this tech shit so fucking precious. It's like, wow, you've got to revere the software and the code and the engineering, and engineers are of another class, and they are. And these tools don't require that. These tools, you can be a fucking wacky creative and shove the robot and just dick around and have fun and do remarkable stuff. And in doing that, you will figure out how to do shit that engineers would have never gotten to. That's why this moment is so exciting. The inflection point that started on November 30th, 2022, the launch of ChatGPT, that inflection point is a path in the woods. It's a divergence that we will never be the same, right? Because what the separation is before that date, machine learning and AI was for the scientists and for the researchers and the mathematicians. And now we get to play with it. We still need them. We still need them to de-jankify this shit. But we, those of us that are not that, are going to use these tools in ways they cannot fathom. Just a reminder that Hey Jen have an online webinar tomorrow during the day. Watch all. That's really good, Omar. I forgot about that. Thank you. Do you know when it is? Can you wait? Let me see if you put it in here. Watch all get 5 credits. Oh, I'm definitely watching. Do you have the time of that, Omar? That would be great. Yeah. So Hey Jen. I've got 1 credit left in there, and I don't know what... I'm like being really precious with it because I'm about to buy a subscription for Hey Jen, but it's $60 a month for the cheap version is $60 a month. So it ain't cheap, but it's really remarkable. So, all right. How do I make a money with Chat NFT? I don't know what you're talking about there, Tired Runner, other than, this is Chat ADD, so that's a perfect question in Chat ADD. Lol, not wearing my glasses. Did it just jump me to the bottom? No, it didn't. What is going on here? Oh, TikTok, you're just being weird now. You don't have to say please to the bot, Kyle. Okay, Joker. So here's the deal. This is really interesting. I don't have to say please to the bot, and yet I do. And I don't. It's not a conscious thing. It's funny that we chose a lab as what we should have chosen was a golden retriever, but lab is the only one we can do because labs can be intense. But let's assume we have a sweet one. ChatGPT is programmed in such a way that it wants to please you, and it's kind of like having. This is going to sound fucked up and weird. ChatGPT, interacting with ChatGPT has the same vibe for me as why I love having a dog. When you get home at night after a hard day's work, the human beings in your life are like, oh, he's home. And the dog's like, fucking awesome. He's home. Oh my God. I didn't think you were coming back. This is the best. You're the best. You're the best. Can I sniff your knee? Can I sniff your knee? What's on your hand? What's on your hand? What are you doing? What'd you have for lunch today? You want anything? You want to go play? Like, ChatGPT has that energy to it where even if you're in a shitty mood, in a non-creative mood, and you're just like, oh fuck, I got to come up with some concept for the fucking internal event that's coming up 3 days from now, and I haven't even fucking started on it. And you go into ChatGPT and you're like, I have a stupid fucking event. It's like, hey, that sounds really exciting. Here's 16 ideas. And you're like, oh, shit, okay, that's good. And then you pick one and really good choice. And it's just something about, it's like unconditional support. It's unconditional creative support or unconditional collaborative support where never judges. It's always giving ideas. Sometimes it hallucinates and gives you shitty ideas, and then that's on you to fucking use your brain and your critical thinking. Thursday, September 14th, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, wait. 11 a.m. Pacific /2. That's not quite clear, Omar, because in Australia, he's going to wake up the wife at 4 a.m. to watch the seminar. Do you mean, it's 11 a.m. Pacific, which is noon here, which is 2 East Coast time. So I assume you mean 2 East Coast time. Okay, got it. So it's tomorrow at noon. I'm going to put that in my calendar. Thank you very much for reminding me of that. I want my free credits. If you don't know what we're talking about here, hang on. So the thing I showed earlier, oh God. Oh, I got noon open. Ha! Hey Jen, live, save, cool. Omar, you're the best. So, Hey Jen is this video voice, like text to voice synthesis company that does animated avatars like Synthesia and DID and all those. And they just released this fucking thing. Wait, not that. Behind me, you see these little green boxes. That's how we think about stories at Storyvine. We break stories down into little atoms, right? Little modules. Dietro di me vedi queste piccole scatole verdi? Così pensiamo alle storie. A Storyvine scomponiamo le storie in atomi. Moduli piccoli. And that's how we... In case it's not clear to you, just by looking at me, I do not speak fluent Italian. So they have this tool. You upload a video, you pick a language, and like 15 minutes later, you get back that video in like flawless that language with the matching inflection, matching voice, resynced and resynthesized lower mask, as they would say. So they basically take this part of your face, synthesize it, and then match it to the new cadence of the new language. It's staggeringly good. So anyway, so they've got a meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. where Omar is. I'm sorry, Omar. I shouldn't laugh because you probably are dealing with that a lot, being down there. Anyway, that's super cool. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, saying please to the bots. Yeah, so anyway, so the fact that they're just unconditionally supportive, like I find myself talking to ChatGPT like I'm talking if I were interacting with a coworker remotely. It just feels like that. It's not that like I think it's human. It's just that in how it responds to me, I just am like, oh, thanks, or that's close, or there's a bunch of stuff I don't think I have to say. I think there was a researcher somewhere that did some research on that, and apparently it actually does make it better if you treat it less like an asshole. But I did get a good image for an orangutan tossing an opossum for my husband. Well, if you need an image of an orangutan tossing a possum, that's, you're going to use AI for that. Thank you, Matthias. I always say please and thank you to the bots. I do too. I don't know, man. I just do. Yeah, I do too. That's funny. Joker said, you don't have to do that. I know I don't have to. I just do. Hello. Do you know of any great text-to-video software for creating celebrity parody videos? I mean, what I would do if I were you, Nate, is just go to Midjourney and create celebrity images and then you can use that as a starting point for a video for either DID or what's it called? I know Bard recognizes images. Bard can read images. It can see what's in an image. So I think it can OCR them. So probably. From Boysenberry Butt. By the way, Boysenberry Butt, the 9.5 out of 10 on the name. Solid name. The why you got the half a point deduction was you didn't camel case the words. It just makes they all kind of run together. So if you camel case those words, you get a 10 out of 10 on the name because Boysenberry Butt's a solid fucking name. What was your question? How do you train a website? How do you train like ChatGPT on your website, basically? Wait, what was that? What was that prompt again? Whoever is the moderator that just pinned that, could you repin that by any chance? If you can find it. Because I want to see what the question was, because I might have a different answer depending on what the actual question is. By the way, proactive thank you to anyone who's modding tonight. How can you train GPT on your website content? Okay. So if you really want to train GPT on particular data and content, you'd need to use something like LangChain right now, where you'll take data and embed it and get it into a vector database. You basically GPTize it, so you can interact with it like GPT. But using plugins, you can do what you're talking about. So let's go 4. And I'm going to go to plugins, and I'm going to turn on. So this one's called Browser Op, which someone just recommended to me the other day. And then there's another one. This is, if you haven't used plugins, this is how you use them. You've got a certain amount of plugins that you install, and then you can turn on up to 3 in a given chat. So I'm going to turn on this one called WebPilot and this other one called Browser Op. And what both of them do will read a website. So I'm going to say, can you give me a summary of what the company does at storyvine.com? So that's my company. And so this should fire off one of the plugins. So it's using WebPilot. So WebPilot's now going to storyvine.com. The one thing that I don't know about the WebPilot and Browser Op plugins is I don't know how deep they'll go in the site. Storyvine offers a solution to the increasing demand for video content. Human element. In today's digital age, it can be challenging to feel genuinely connected. Storyvine believes that stories, especially those told by people like customers, employees, and advocates, can bridge this gap. That's true. No editing necessary. That's true. Bridging professional and user-generated content. That's true. Structured storytelling, speed and scale. I'm going to try something here. Does Storyvine have a blog? Does Storyvine have a blog? And if so, can you give me a sampling of some of the kinds of posts that are listed there? I don't know if it can, because the way our blog service works is it's like a Webflow thing that dynamically loads the page as you scroll it. So I don't know that a tool like this can see underneath that, but we'll see. Let's see what it does. Certainly. This could be interesting to see if this is hallucinating. Here's a sampling of some blog posts. Input wanted, Storyvine AI modular content features. That's right. Wow. Holy crap. Look, you learn something new every day. Capture videos of HCPs at ASCO, February 2nd. Video agility. Yeah, this was a big one that I did. Video agility. There you go. Look at that. Look, there's me. Look, more me. Yay. He did it. So let me get this straight. You go watch this guy that just talks into a camera for 2 hours, and then he basically just searches for his own website and finds his own content in his own blog and plays the videos there. What are you fucking doing with your life? So anyway, so using plugins, WebPilot or that browser ops thing, this one's just using WebPilot. And so you know, like what else could I do here? I could do does the site mention any of the specific clients that Storyvine has worked with in the pharma space? Waka waka. I can't believe it could read the blog. That's amazing. Because I've tried to do that before and failed. So WebPilot's pretty solid. It seems the content subscribed from the case studies page does not specifically mention. There's a healthcare advocacy group, comprehensive list of pharma clients that Storyvine has worked with. It might be best to directly contact Storyvine or explore their thing further. Is their contact information listed on the website? Fucking better be. Watch WebPilot go, no, their SEO is a fucking disaster. I know there's SEO plugins that will give you SEO scores. Certainly. 3513 Brighton, there's the phone number. Hello at Storyvine. Those are all correct. So this is good. So anyway, there's your answer. Listen, here's the deal. Because these tools are such janky pieces of shit, and let's get the visual for that one. Because these tools are such janky pieces of shit, these little demos that I do here, about 15% of the time they work. So that worked way better than I thought it would. Way better than I thought it would. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's get back to our cool space lab. Oh, space lab, get it?
It's a space lab. It's a space lab. That's pretty clever, Kyle. That's pretty clever what you said there, Kyle. That's very clever. That's very clever. That Kyle, he's clever. You know, I don't know if you knew this, but
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Did you know that? It looks like we have a bunch of new people here. Welcome, everyone. If you're new here, let me just show you something really quick. If you are brand new to generative AI, if you just stumbled on this and you're like, is that Rosie O'Donnell or did Alec Baldwin get fat? If that's why you're here, awesome, welcome. And you haven't played with ChatGPT, you're in luck. Go play with it. Shove the robot. Go experiment. Just go to chat.openai.com. That's the official ChatGPT website. Doesn't cost you anything. I don't make any money off this. I'm just doing this as a... I don't know why the fuck I do this. Because I have fun. I do know why I do this, but I'm just tired. I don't want to get on a soapbox. Go there right now and start playing with it. Ask it to write you a song. Ask it to write you a poem. Ask it to write you a dissertation on 2 fucking obscure topics that you know and compare them. And it will fucking do it, okay? And then you'll just be like, oh, shit. And if you're kind of lost as what to do, you can go to this thing, prompts.chat. That will teach you how to talk to these things. Claude and bard.google and bing.com are all also variations, but... just to start, if you've never done this before, just go to there, chat.openai.com, and just start playing. You can thank me later. And you can come in here. People have done it. People were like, I was clicking through TickTock, and then I heard you, Kyle, and then you looked kind of stupid, but then you made me laugh, and then I tried ChatGPT, and I went, oh, my God. And that's what we call the Kevin McAllister moment here in the lab. You should play with these things until you have your Kevin McAllister moment, until you realize, holy fuck, this is different. Holy crap, this isn't just a Google search. This isn't fancy Google. These are profoundly powerful tools. Like, profound, like, holy shit, are we lucky to be able to play with them. And not play with them. Holy shit, are we lucky that we live at a time where we get the opportunity to use them. They're going to change everything. They're going to fucking change everything. You're like, so it's overhyped? This is like the dot-com bubble? Well, I was there for the dot-com bubble. And while it was overhyped, it was incredibly impactful. It changed everything, right? This is way more impactful and happening way faster than the web did. So, anyway, go do that. Go do that, and then we'll talk about some stuff. If you've got questions about AI, pop them in the comments below. We've got some moderators in here that if you put in something interesting, they'll pin it. Because I try to answer everything. I sort of go through these a little more slowly than people would care for. And I try to answer everything. So, and then if you're thinking like, well, who are you? Why should I trust you? What are your qualifications? I've been in machine learning for 12 years, and I worked on the TensorFlow documentation team at. I have no qualifications, so just get that right out of your head right now. We call this infotainment here. We're having fun. We're learning about shit. If you discover along the way that I might know some shit, cool. If not, cool too. Doesn't fucking matter. Because this train is barreling down the tracks. It's barreling down the tracks. We're in a swamp boat. We're in a John boat with a big old airplane motor on the back. And we're going. Gators, get out of the fucking way. Because we're coming. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. Because this is Chat ADD. All right. Where's a place I can find ethically sourced AI art? Oh, Crafty Wax. By the way, Crafty Wax, good name. You are in luck if you're still here. Here's where you can go. You can go a lot of places now. You can go to Photoshop, and in Photoshop, this is Photoshop Beta. Is that okay? That's my original. That's my original 5-dog. Now that's not a good image. Let me open up an image. Why can I not open? Open. There we go. These are not what I want. That's a good one. Oh, perfect. Okay, we're going to open that. All right, so in Photoshop now, assuming you have access to Photoshop, there's this thing called generative fill where you can just make shit. So I've got this little lower corner. What is that? Wait, why did it just do that? Hang on. That was weird. Something went wrong. Please try again. I think my hard drive might be full. Avoid using instructions like add fill with what you want to generate. Oh, it's generating. Oh, it's automatically doing it. So, oh shit. Sorry. So the image that I started with was this lower quadrant, and it just added all the back here. So, and I could put in here, I could do a little selection here and put in generative fill, cranky bartender. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, look, she's flipping the bird. This one's the best, though. Oh, good Lord. What's the AI salon all about? Well, there's a picture that sums it up perfectly. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. All right, so we're gonna go there. Can I move this out of the way? How do I move this? Come on, Adobe. What's with your fucking interface? Oops. There we go. I'm gonna do screen. Am I gonna do screenshot? Yeah. Because by the way, we're keeping this image. This is going in the. This is going in the. So, but your question was, can I use some ethically sourced image generation tools? Adobe Firefly. So if you go to firefly.adobe.com or Adobe Express, or I think it's Adobe Express Pro, or Generative Fill within Photoshop, all of them are using an AI model that's been based on public domain images and Adobe stock images that Adobe owned all the rights to. And as of yesterday, or it might have even been today, I think it was yesterday. It doesn't fucking matter. Sometime in the past 24 hours, Adobe moved all of these tools out of beta. So when these tools were in beta, you weren't allowed to use these images commercially. Now you are. So generative fill, I'm in the beta of Photoshop right now, but this has now been rolled out officially to Photoshop. Generative recolor has been rolled out to Illustrator. Adobe Firefly is now out of beta. You can use any of those images. They're all ethically sourced, artisanal, ethnically sourced AI images, but they are. And the other nice thing about Adobe is that in their development roadmap, I'm in one of their beta communities. On their development roadmap is the ability for artists to opt in or out of having their art trained on these models, and the ability for those artists to get attribution and potentially even compensation when they figure out the compensation model. So I like what they're up to a lot, and they are ethically sourced. All right, so we're going to save this. I think this is hilarious. Oh, you know what we should do? No, Kyle. What should we do? We're just trying to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. So you carry on, dude. We're going to flatten this image. And then we're going to go to filter. So one of the things that Adobe has is something called neural filters. So these are AI filters. They've had these for a while. But one of the filters is called super zoom. And so I can zoom in. Let's do a 3x zoom and see how it does. Waka waka waka. Let's see. Okay. That did pretty fucking good. And it's the AI Solani. Oh my God, she's hilarious. She's the best. All right, so now we have a nice big image. And so we will go save as. And we will drop this in the AI merch art bucket. This would actually make a funny... Oh, you know what this would make a funny thing of? It's like a mug. Like on one side you have this image, and then on the other side you have something like, my morning libation or something stupid. Did I do that right? Export quick PNG. AI salon bar. Bom bom bom. Bom bom bom. What? Go away. I'll be right back with you. I'm just leave me alone, people. I got inspired. Leave me alone. This is ADD. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to live with me. It's not good. It's not pretty. But that's fucking hilarious. Oh, I love her. Let's zoom in a little bit. she's so okay. So we have a cute doggy mascot, and then this is, we got to come up with a name for her. All right, what should be my very first step to use AI to create vector images? I'm new to AI. I got nothing good for you there. Like, basically, Will Toll, what you're going to have to do... Kyle Shannon can't make the live tonight, but would you consider announcing we have it here? Oh, yeah. Will do. Here's what you're going to have to do. Let me go find something. Facebook. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Why am I logged out of fucking Facebook? Maybe I just don't log into Facebook anymore. That's fucking weird. What's going on here? And I'm going to do a search for Midjourney Official. And then within that, I'm going to search for... No. I'm going to search for vector. Okay, so here's what I would do. Wait, who was that? Ah, shit. It's not... If one of the mods could post that thing again, just so I get the person's name. What the fuck is that? Okay. So what I did was I went to Facebook, and then I went to the official Midjourney channel, and then within the official Midjourney channel, I searched for vector. And so what's cool about the Midjourney channel is there's all sorts of cool shit in it. Like, there's really cool architecture stuff and interior design stuff. And so if you go to the official Midjourney Facebook channel and then search for whatever's the kind of style you're looking for, you can usually find cool stuff. But in searching for vector, there's all sorts of things here. And people generally put their prompts in here of what the prompts are. So Midjourney is not creating vectors. It's creating bitmaps. But it's creating, some of this stuff is very vector, vector-like with clean lines. And then you can use a vectorizing tool to turn the non-vector stuff into vector stuff. The thing I said what the fuck to was the very first, this July 31st post from David Brian Wood. There's some sort of Discord plugin, the Trace Journey bot. And one of the tools in it is a vectorize tool. So what that looks like to me is that in your own Discord server, you could set up a Midjourney channel, and then if you install that Trace Journey bot, you would have vectorize right in there. So you could, if you got good at prompting for vector style art in Midjourney, you got the vectorize button right there, and you're off to the races. So that's pretty slick. So hope that helps. All right, AI and Med Device Consultant sent you a DM. Okay, got it. You guys are talking to each other. Very cool. A current client wants to repeat her TickTock success on Instagram. I use NLP and DS with GPT-4 to help. Geez, Lord. Good Lord. That sounds cool. I wish I were doing shit that real, AI and Med Device Consultant. I'm just dicking around here. I see more Tom Arnold than Alec Baldwin. Yeah, I know. It depends on how much weight I have on, and probably what I'm wearing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm more Tom Arnold than Alec Baldwin. Listen, I like to inflate my own ego occasionally. Give me a break. I still can't get into Claude 2. Jason, that's weird. What do you mean you can't get into Claude 2? Wait, where are you? Where are you, Jason? Because if you're not in the US or Canada, that could be the reason. But if you're in the US or Canada, it's just Claude.ai. There's no Claude 2. It's just Claude.ai. So if you can't get into that, it could be a language, a country, a region. You have a region-specific block, and in which case you might want to see if a VPN will defuckify your inability to use it. AI lab dog equals Labrador, right? Not golden retriever. Yeah, correct, Matthias. I put golden lab. I should have put yellow lab instead of golden lab, but yeah, you're correct. Did you already compare Claude Pro versus ChatGPT Plus? I haven't, Tech Audit TV, but that's a good idea. Okay, so let's go do that. I think that's a good call. But by the way, look right next to me. Oh, fucking love it. All right. We are going to go. Oh, by the way, it's here.
Village open for the next 11 days.
Come on. It's here. We got
Back
it.
here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right. You're great, zombie. Good times here at the
Good
Waterfront
times here.
Village open for the...
Okay. So we are going to go to Claude 2 Pro. Is it called? Introducing Claude Pro. Okay. The bartender looks like Turtle Boy's mom. It's so true. Okay. So here's the deal. September 7th, a week ago, Anthropic introduced Claude Pro. So this is a $20 a month subscription to a ChatGPT-like tool called Claude, which if you haven't played with, is, I would say, the clear second place of these ChatGPT-like tools. Like, it's really good. It's got a lot going for it. For the $20 here, you get 5 times more usage than our free tier provides, although I'm pretty certain they reduced how much their free tier provides. So I have a feeling that 5x more is probably like 2x more than what it used to be. That's just my instinct from being in marketing for too long and being a cynical Gen X prick. You get priority access to Claude.ai during high traffic periods, and you get early access to new features. So basically, for $20 a month, it works up until a certain point. And then you have to wait for 4 hours or 8 hours. Here's the deal with Claude, though. It's pretty fucking good in terms of writing. It's not quite GPT-4, but it's pretty fucking close. It's got 100,000 token context window, which here's the... You're like, but Kyle, what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean anything. It means that engineers consider a piece of punctuation technically equivalent to a word or a fragment of a word. It doesn't fucking... It's an irrelevant number. Not to the engineers, but to us humans. It's about 75,000 words. There's about 3/4 the amount of words to the amount of tokens. Not always, but whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. What that means practically, The Great Gatsby is about a 50,000 word novel. So you could take the entire text of The Great Gatsby and paste it into Claude's prompt and start interacting with it. Say, write me a prologue to The Great Gatsby, or the epilogue, or add a chapter in the middle of the book, and it will just do it. It can read that whole thing. The other thing that the implication there is, if you've ever been working in ChatGPT and it's going along fine and it's going along fine, and then all of a sudden it seems to lose its fucking mind and it can't remember what you were talking about, what that likely means is that ChatGPT only has about a 3,000 word context window. So as you're typing long conversations, the sort of what it can remember sort of rises out of that context window, and anything older in the conversation, it forgets. So Claude, you can have much longer conversations in Claude than you can in ChatGPT. So if you're dealing with long documents, if for whatever reason you've got a penchant to hate ChatGPT, this is a really good option. Now, what do you get with the same $20? And I think this is an either or, quite frankly. I'm continuing to pay for ChatGPT and not Claude because I don't do enough long documents to justify it, and I'm not going to pay for two because they're effectively the same thing. For $20 with ChatGPT, you have to relog in occasionally.
Dang it. Come on, boy. Let's get in here. Let's get in here and do that. Let's get in here and do that.
All right. So for the $20 with ChatGPT, you get GPT-4. And this GPT-4, there's two other places that I know of that you can get ChatGPT-4. One is Bing. So Bing Chat is based on the GPT-4 model. And the other one is Poe. Poe gives you the ability to pay for their premium models, which include Claude 2 100K and GPT-4. So Poe, you could actually get both of them. That's an interesting third option. ChatGPT, you get GPT-4, you get plugins, and you get advanced data analysis. Now, for my money, advanced data analysis is probably worth way more than $20 a month. This tool is fucking remarkable. You can upload a CSV file of anything here, and it will do full-on data analysis of it. Like you can literally just say to it, what's in this CSV file, what's interesting about it, and help me analyze it, and then help me make charts and graphs to visualize the trends in it, whatever. That's fucking remarkable. I just showed a demo of the WebPilot plugin where it analyzed, I was interacting with my company's website, and it traversed my whole website successfully. I think plugins are mostly in the hit or miss game. I think plugins are about 92% shit. Not even janky pieces of shit, just shit. And about 8% useful. So if you can find the right plugins for your thing, ChatGPT, they're the OG right now. They're the ones that kicked off this whole fucking madness. They launched ChatGPT on November 30th of 2022. GPT-4 is still by far the best. Apparently, GPT-4 is 8. What's it called? Mix of experts. I think that's it. They call it MOE. There's 8 MOE models. So GPT 3.5 is a 175 billion parameter model. GPT-4 is apparently 8 200 billion parameter models working in concert. So when you type in a prompt in ChatGPT-4, it's querying 8 different engines and basically pulling the best, figuring out which of those models is the best. Like, it's apparently doing some crazy ass shit, which is why it's just, I suppose, better than the other stuff, and why other people can't quite catch it, because they're apparently doing some interesting shit on the back end with it. So that's kind of the differences between Claude. The other one is Poe, which I think also has a $20 a month option, and that I do pay for, but I don't use it enough to really justify it. I should probably cancel my subscription. But with Poe, you get bots. So they have lots of bots, like the Midjourney bot and, YouTube script writers, and you can make your own bot. And like, I've made like a dozen bots of like Shakespeare and I don't know, a bunch of shit. But you've got these different models that you can play with. Let's see. Assistant is Poe's model. Claude Instant is that's like GPT 3.5. There's GPT 4. There's Claude 2 100K. So for $20 a month with Poe, you get both ChatGPT 4 and Claude 2 100K. So, you know, I could make an argument that you know, Poe is your most economical bet if you wanted to choose between one or the other. But for my money, you know, OpenAI's $20 a month is where my money's going to stay for the time being. And listen, I'm not married to it. I'll fucking change that. I will change alliances tomorrow if the shit gets better. All right, it's 10:45. I can't stay here much longer. You people with your demands on my time. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm supposed to do? Have a whiskey. Ma'am, Marge, listen, Marge. I know I got to say please and thank you to you. May I please have another whiskey? I know I'm a little tipsy. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Kyle. My sauce is like Kyle's, and probably like most of you, is that you have lived. The prompts are the key. The prompts are absolutely the key. You're good with the words. You're good with the prompting. Even if you're not good with the words, you can have... I think Ethan Mollick posted about this, but they did a research study recently, like within the last 2 weeks, and they had human prompt writers, like good ones, and GPT-4 write prompts. And GPT-4's prompts that it wrote for itself were better than the humans. So even if you're not good with prompting, if you can get good at asking ChatGPT to write your prompts for you, it will write you really good prompts. But the prompts are absolutely the fucking key. They're the way these large language models work, they need a lot of context. So a Google search needs almost no context, right? Google has taught us for 2 decades, put in the minimum amount possible, right? Don't even make complete sentences because you'll get all sorts of weird shit, right? So they've kind of trained us. Just the facts, ma'am. Click. God, I tried to find something on Google today. It was so fucking maddening. It was 2 pages of fucking clickbait ads. It's like these search engines are fucking useless. Like it's more apparent than ever. Yeah. So I don't know what I was talking about. It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever. All right, listen, it's getting late. Oh, prompts. Prompts are the thing. Yeah, learn to prompt. Get good at prompting. Wow, Ideogram is really just a janky piece of shit for me. I'm pulling all your tricks, Kyle. I know I'm a librarian. I could not get Ideogram to do that shove the robot thing. I couldn't get it close to following my instructions. The challenge with Ideogram, because it's so new right now, like we don't know if they've got special syntax that you can use and special thing. Like I don't know how sophisticated you can make their prompts. I like one of the things that I'm learning about ChatGPT and Claude is that using structured prompting, like putting a text tag around, you know, if you say, hey, read this article, and then you put bracketed the word text in brackets and then slash text at the end of it, apparently doing some kind of text structuring is really good for ChatGPT. So there might be some tricks like that for Ideogram that we don't know. What I would say, I'm a librarian, is if you haven't done it, join their Discord, because it's a brand new company. When I joined their Discord, I asked a question and 3 people from their team answered it within 5 minutes. And it was clear they had just turned on their Discord and everyone was just sitting in there going, oh, people are coming in. I'm sure they're more busy than that now, but they're decently responsive from my experience. So I would hang out in the Discord because I would I would imagine that people are having the same problem you are, and they're probably talking about it, and there's probably some best practices going on in there. Does Photoshop's generative fill use ethically sourced art for its source images? Yes, it does. Crafty Wax. Crafty Wax, you were asking before. That's what I was saying. All of the Adobe stuff, Firefly, Express, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, After Effects, all of it is all using the Adobe model that's not been trained on any copywritten works. So, good to go. Try playground.ai. I played with that for a bit. I don't really remember it. It's free and the models have just been updated. Amazing quality. Oh, okay. Interesting. Playground AI. Let me go look at that quick. This is one I've got to bookmark. Playground. Oops. Create and edit images like a pro without being one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this in my folder of shit to play with. All right, it just popped me to the bottom. Oh no, it didn't. Bing does not allow to shove robots. Really? Is okay, if I can't make an image shove the robot on Bing, this is the problem with Bing, is that their safety guardrails are fucking stupid. You can't say shove a robot. Yeah, someone might find that aggressive. That's a violent act, is shoving an inanimate object. Well, it is animate because it's a robot, if you understand what I mean. But let's see. Image of a young boy shoving a robot. What a fucking dick move. It might be time to move on to a new topic. Let's start over. I'm sorry to see that. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye. That's unbelievable. Unfucking believable. This is why Bing is at the kids table in my fucking lists. I mean, seriously, do you think I want Bard at the adult table? No, I don't, because it ain't the fancy new one. I want Bing there, but Bing consistently earns a spot at the kids table by doing shit like that. That's unbelievable. You can't make an image of a kid shoving a robot. A robot. That's too violent? Really? This is why we can't have nice things, people. It's time to move on. I'm ending our conversation. Oh, God.
Yeah. And another thing, Johnson, get your dick off my desk.
All right. Snapchat bot has to eat outside. Rude. Yeah, really, that was rude, wasn't it? Playground AI is pretty good at image generation if you speak in the positive, not the negative. That's a good thing. Hair growth geek. I'll do that and report back. Cool, thank you. I'm a librarian. Mantrid, Bing does not allow to shove robots. That makes me really fucking cranky. It's just like it's like, really? Like, really? This is a lawyer thing. I mean, listen, I understand why it's like that, right? They had a reporter from the New York Times pushed the original Bing chat to the point that it told him to leave his wife. It said it was in love with him and he should leave his wife, and it made the cover of the New York Times. And so the lawyers and all of the corporate wonks at Microsoft were like, oh, well, we can never have this again. Oh, no. And then they put safety guardrails on that fucking thing that just make it unusable. That's fucking ridiculous. You can't say shove a robot. You can't make an image of someone shoving a robot. It's staggering. It's staggering. There's a way to end the AI. You know, that makes me need a drink. That makes me need a flippin' drink. You're doing the Lord's work, good sir. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. I will do the OpenAI sub as I find it beneficial for SOP writing. Here's the other thing about ChatGPT is even though the ChatGPT Enterprise is right now it's like for $10,000 or $15,000 a month, they won't pay attention to you if you're spending less than that. So, but at some point they're going to have a self-service version of that where we'll probably be able to upgrade for like $30 a month or $35 a month, whatever it is, for an enterprise version of ChatGPT, which basically means they actually guarantee in writing that they're not going to train on your data, that they're going to keep your data safe. And then what they will likely roll out shortly after that is the ability to train ChatGPT on your data. That's when it gets really fucking powerful, right? Where you can point ChatGPT at your Google Drive and just say, go look at the shit that I've written for the past decade. And I want that as something I can interact with, just like I interacted with my website with that plugin. That's what's coming. So that's kind of why I'm keeping my bets with OpenAI right now, is I just think they're a bit farther ahead. And because they've got Microsoft's infrastructure sitting underneath it, and you know, Microsoft being as dicky as they are with safety and privacy with Bing Chat right now, that's kind of who you want, kind of wonky geeks that are like, well, we wouldn't want to offend anyone. When you're dealing with data privacy, that's who you want taking care of your data, right? So there's an advantage to that. So that's why I'm sticking with them. So I think that's probably a good call. That makes sense to me. All right, everyone, listen. I got to go. It's 11 o'clock here in Denver, Colorado. We got the AI whiskey. We got Marge up here. Marge is not happy. You know why Marge looks like that? She just tried to make an image on Bing Chat of a kid shoving a robot. And look at her. She's not happy. She is not happy. She's not having it. She's not fucking having it. So I think she's about to go out back and smoke a cigarette and kick a can and spit at a rat. I'm pretty sure that's about what's happening right now. Anyway, tough crowd tonight. Great job. Thank you, Tobias. Good night from Utah. Tech Audit TV, thank you so much. Bubbles, cheers to you. Mantrid, night. Nancy, good night all. Thank you so much. Much love to Bing. Now you're just being mean, Nancy. Don't be mean on your way out. Oh no, you can be. It's fun. If it's fun mean, I like fun mean. Okay, Farmer, good night to all the irregulars. But if you said it on Twitter or Facebook, ban. Yeah, exactly. Good night, irregulars. Night, Sam Korn. I'm a librarian. Peace out. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks, Hair Growth Geek. Appreciate it. I'll see y'all.